Hey guys, so with the new update yesterday we had a lot of rebalancing to skill trees, and obviously one of the most common questions, as if it's not normally the most common question, is what is the new skill tree to go for this unit, this unit, this unit. Now I was tempted to make a video to talk specifically about all of the new units, like for example Gojo, Saber or Genos, but I think it's better if I just generalize it, and as you will see later on in the video, there's honestly no point to make the tier list for a specific unit, so let's just leave out of this infinite. I've been actually trying to get some gills up on my Gojo, and let's talk a little bit about the trees and what is the best tree right now. So currently guys, there is no competition between crit and pure damage tree. There is no differentiation, and the reason for that is the damage tree has been buffed, and honestly it's been buffed by a lot. When I say a lot, I actually mean a lot. So I'm just loading quick right here. So anyway, in this video, I'm going to show you guys the 3 new trees and how they actually work. And we're also going to check out their stats. And then we're going to check out a damage representation of how the trees actually work. So starting out, we have the crit tree. We'll just go ahead, pull up this Gogeta. So the crit tree should play something like this. You start right here with a -2 SPA. You go here into your crit damage. Then we go into the middle node, -4 SPA. Yet again into the middle node. A little bit of damage, a little bit of SPA, and a lot of range. Now the reason for that is 5 SPA is a lot more favorable than 5 damage, which this one would give us. And then since we're going on the left side, we are forced to sort of play here because of the changes. So we go for 5% crit instead. And yeah, we can't go this way and then turn around to the left side because this is kinda a dead node unless you're playing support. So we go here next with an extra -10% SPA, and then obviously crit damage, and then the bullseye. So that is gonna be the crit tree, pretty straightforward. It's just like, it's basically hard left this time around instead of like going left into right, into middle, into left. And that's about it. Now moving into the damage tree. So the damage tree starts something like this again, exactly the same. -2 SPA into 20% crit damage, and then we go right side here on pure damage buff. Then we go into this one, a light and speed steer. That extra 10% SPA is a really nice juicer here. Obviously 15% crit, and we have 15% damage right here. And then we have, this is the new change, -20% SPA added on top of the elemental penetration. And look at this guys, 55% damage. Like Devastation Mastery has been buffed by so much. It's actually making such a huge difference. It's actually insane. So this should cap up the damage tree. Now the support tree is going to be used for units like Gojo. If you build your Gojo as a support, this is the build that you're going to be going with. You start off here with Vision 1, extra range into Empowered Crit. Now this is up to you to decide what you want. Do you want 6% damage or 4% SPA? It is unit dependent. In most cases you want to be going with this one. So for example, for Gojo you would be going with the speedy one. And then we go obviously into our middle for that extra 10% range since we're playing support. Into that crit node, and then we go into the middle one, the vision, and then we take those two, which give a lot of actual damage. So this is how the 3 trees work, and let me just pull up this file right here. So just to recap guys, what we're actually getting in total. So these are all the stats for each tree. So crit tree gives you currently 5% damage, 20% critical strike chance, 100% extra critical strike damage, and 21 SPA. While the damage tree gives you 71% flat damage boost at 15% crit, 20% critical strike damage, and 32% SPA. This is by far the most goated tree, and I'll show you some math soon as well. And just for the sake of the support tree, we have 60% damage, which is, again, a lot for a support. 15% critical strike chance, 20% critical strike damage, 29% SPA, again, completely ridiculous. 30 range and 15 elemental penetration, which I actually forgot to add in this one. So let me just add it real quick. Okay, perfect. So these are the 3 trees. Pretty straightforward right here. Really strong. This damage tree is absurd how strong it is. I didn't do the math, but there is a chance that this support tree might actually do more damage than the crit tree as of right now. Let me pull up this node file real quick. So this is essentially the damage build versus the crit build. And I tested it on just random units. I tested 2-3 different units with various SPAs. And this particular one we have, for example, the damage build gives us 15.3k DPS, whilst the crit gives 9.5k. So think about it like this, guys. Crit 3 on any unit gives about 60 to 65% less damage output. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You just go for the damage 3 no matter what unit you play as of right now. Now, obviously, expect changes within the next coming hours, I guess. I don't know. In that sense, is it even a point to post this video? I don't know, man. A lot of people are asking me and a lot of people are DMing me. So yeah, just take the video, enjoy it. That's pretty much it regarding the trees. Just go with a damage build. Now, another most common asked question, how do you reset the skill tree? You see here this flower for reset trees. This is currently not in the game. I think they're just going to be added with crafting. I don't know if they're being added today. I think they're being added today because last I know, yesterday, they were actually working on the reset skill trees. So I guess the code should be done by today. I don't think the code won't be done. So yeah, that's pretty much about it regarding the skill trees. I don't really have anything else to add. It would be actually nice if I did the calculations for the support. I'm pretty sure the support even pulls up ahead from a crit at this point. A couple of things that can be done to actually fix things. Obviously, first things first, like these two need to swap, right? Like these two need to swap sides. That's one thing. And another thing that needs to be changed is like this 55% damage flat needs to get nerfed. Like this is just insane. It is absurd. And I don't know, maybe just buff the crit furthermore, like the flat critical strike chance. I think that should fix it. Obviously, if you swap out those two nodes, that's 10% extra crit, although I don't think that is enough. I think more than that 10% extra crit is probably needed to balance it out. Let me just see. So if that was 15% crit right about here, and maybe just that crit here as well. So the unit maybe gets like 50% crit. If the unit gets 50% crit instead of 30, we might actually be onto something. So just slap a 20% damage, 20% crit here, whilst you swap those two around. So that is an extra 10%. And that would give you... Actually, no. That would probably give you... Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, that is going to give you 50% crit, if my math is correct. But yeah, I think the point is to probably like hit 50% crit, whilst you nerf the damage on this one a little bit. And I think that should bring the trees balanced again. So you can have like both options viable, and then you just like choose whatever else you want to go. Now, yet again, the crit tree does give a lot more SPA, which is also a factor in the DPS outcome. It's not just about the damage. SPA plays a big factor on the DPS outcome. But yeah, as of right now, guys, no brainer, just go for the crit build. You also have the support build for Gojo. If you are running support Gojo, if you don't have Overlord, just go ahead and run support Gojo. If you do have Overlord, go ahead and run the damage build for Gojo. He's gonna be a pretty good carry. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say, so I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.